about it. Share this out to the pages as usual. I think we need to be some pacifiers. I think we need a lot of pacifiers. I think we need to pacify. Pacification. Philosophy. I just made that up. I don't know what the hell that means. In dramatic times, we need more pacification. We need less fighting over blocks. And what the hell? YouTube, they done put I got a notice up that I went live on YouTube. How about that? YouTube like me. Alright, but that's good. That's good. Every now and then, things work the way they're supposed to. Come on. Let me just share it out to a few friendly places. We can't talk about drama queens today. Drama queens, temper tantrums, problems that we have, adulting in modern times, modern divisive, dramatic. I need to have a temper tantrum to get what I want times. Good morning, good morning. All right, let me get the comment. There we go. I didn't post that one. I always got comments in it, like things I never posted. Let me think about this one. Think about this one with me. Putin's the bad guy. The same reason the FBI made Martin Luther King the greatest threat. Because we're naive enough to believe that the most peaceful is the greatest threat. The most peaceful is the most evil. I need to think that through a little bit. I'm not gonna post that. I need to think that through. But it's the same philosophy, same thought process. They know people are gullible enough to believe that those who act with the most peace are the problem. And they're not the problem. Your attention tantrum is the problem is you need a pacifier. That's the problem. The problem is you need to share your blocks. You need to leave somebody else's blocks alone. It's not your Tonka truck. Mommy didn't bring it with you. It was at the daycare when we got there. The earth had oil when we were born here. All right, let me see. Good morning, people. Good morning. That's what I'm thinking. Because it boggles my mind why anybody's still after Russia. They're all still real anti-Russia in the news. Good morning. Good morning. Right, let me see. What am I going to do about music today? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this down right here. I'm going to keep that one playing. I like it. Let me turn it down. There. Y'all said the mic worked a little better yesterday, or the audio. Let me know how it goes today. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we're in a dramatic apocalypse. A dramacalypse. We're in I'm sorry, I just cracked myself up with that. We're in a dramatic apocalypse. We're in a dramacalypse. We are totally in a dramacalypse. And I just watch adults just lose their ever-loving mind over some blocks and non-essential oil. Because that's what America is. That's what I was thinking about it. I need to take it back. We're not a oil company with an army. Because that doesn't say it all. That just doesn't get into the delicious and nutritiousness of the truth. The truth is we are a psychopathic drama queen that loves oil, addicted to oil, with a violent tendency to murder people, that has a military. Just imagine that. Can y'all imagine? Like, think about a drama queen. Somebody always throwing temper tantrums. Imagine if they had a damn oil. Who is that? Priscilla Reagan? Thank you for subscribing, girl. Thank you for subscribing. Did I say something good? Hey, Priscilla. Y'all say hi to Priscilla. She just subscribed on YouTube. I'm getting YouTube notifications now. What the hell is going on? Are we starting to win this war? All right, hold on. Let me turn that down. Turn this up. Turn that over. Smack it up. Flip it. Rub it down. Oh, no. Don't throw a tantrum. All right, we're gonna have to coin that one. We are definitely in a dramacalypse, a left-right dramacalypse. Because this is what I was thinking about. Did you ever think about how to get out of a dramatic situation? You know, you got those friends that always got something going, always got some drama, got some problems, just childish behavior. You can't focus and concentrate and live your life, do what you need to do without them just coming over and bringing all their drama, dropping it on your kitchen table. You're like, ah, grow the hell up. And you don't want to be in it, right? You just want to get out of like, hey, well, she said this and she did this and she called him and I seen the text message and she did that. Well, he ain't do this and he ain't cut the grass and he ain't do a motor lawn and Tyrone said, you know, and I'm just, they go back and forth. You're just like, stop, get out my house. Just get out my house. Y'all crazy as hell. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's why I don't be on nobody's sides. I'm no the same way I teach the dramatic children in relationships that want me to pick a side so they can keep being babies and having temper tantrums over oil and healthcare and walls and all of this dumb stuff while everybody's invading. I don't want to get into it. I leave. I don't even want. I mean, think about it. Think about like a high school relationship, middle school relationship, and that drama, and now apply it to today. The national relationships, the relationships between Democrats and Republicans. I'm sorry, the relationship between the races, the white people and the black people, the Asian people and the Hispanic people. Think about that. I don't know. I think about the Christians and the Muslims. I'm sorry. All right, I'm done. I think we'll be mad at me. I just see drama, and that's why I don't do drama. But the white people, but the black people, but the immigrants. And I'm just like, oh Lord, there's plenty of blocks, y'all, and the daycare blocks all over the daycare. Every daycare has just a big treasure chest full of blocks. It's blocks for everybody. You don't take nobody else's blocks, man. Oh, you know what? Hang on, I'm playing my girl. Where my girl at? Where my girl? I'm put her on blast today. She funny as all hell. Hold on. Y'all remember her? This is my girl right here. Check her out. She just be making it up. Oh, I think you can't see her. I remember her. She's so sweet, making them tears up. Because everybody always trying to make some tears, get you on their side. She get that pacifier. Get them rubbing that eye, pop the pacifier. Oh, you can't see it. I don't know what's going on. Hang on, wait. I love her to death. I just want to share this because this is what I see. I know you have great points. I know you have great talking points, and I know that it means a lot to you. I know that. That is not what I see. Uh-oh. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, wait, anyway. All right, let me stop. I don't get nobody mad at me. I'll be mad at me early this morning. But that's what I see. I see drama. I see drama. I go the other way. I see. What did the guy say about what's the name of the guy that was peeing on everybody? The guy that was peeing on all the kids. Hang on, let me see if I'm trying to see her wipe her mouth real quick. What's the name of the guy that was peeing on all the kids or peeing on the girl? R. Kelly. Right? He has a show now. People actually want to see. They watching a show on R. Kelly peeing on people or something like that. I can't with y'all. I can't watch the TV. But so some comedian, somebody said something like, "Oh, it's Boondocks." Boondocks said, I had to post a link. And what was his name? The young one. He had a great point. He's like, at what age does responsibility kick in? She 14, right? I see P coming. I move. She saw P coming. She stayed. At what point is there some accountability here? Like, all right, I don't know. Let me show y'all. Watch her grow. Watch her make something up. She's gonna make it up. She want her pacifier. She's so cute. Oh, she cried. She like that tear. All right. I'm done. I'm sorry. I know we got real problems. We got real problems. That's why I don't think we need fake problems. We don't need problems. We don't need no problems. We got real problems. We don't need to be fighting over blocks in the daycare. You get to Earth, guess what? It's oil all over Earth. Oil all under Earth. Sun just be dropping solar radiation on everybody's head. You got solar panels. I actually saw something I found to be quite interesting today. Quite interesting. And I don't do sports. I play sports, but I can't watch people play. I don't watch those sports on TV. I'm just not a TV sports kind of guy. I'll watch a lecture, I'll get into something else, but I played sports and I love to play sports. We go out, we play some basketball, we play some football. I love to play. I'm not a watcher. But drama, I'm a watcher. Drama, I will sit back and I just watch it unfold. I watch them people fight them people, and then people make something up to fight them people, and then people to add some drama to fight them people, and then people lie about that to fight them people, and they lie back, and it's like it's a sustainable, dramatic fight. We need more pacifiers in the world. All right, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this week? All right, I'm gonna try to play the regular music because I'm actually doing some testing here. Still trying to see if I can't have a background music, maybe real low. I don't know if the mic picks something up, but we'll see if this works. Let me know if it starts getting quiet and stuff. How y'all doing this morning? Everybody? How your mama doing? How your grandmama doing? How your daddy doing? How your cousins? Your cousins ain't doing good. I know they're not, because you got 7 billion of them. You got 7 billion of them. Cousins dying all day. Bad idea. Fighting over blocks. We got real problems. We don't need. How y'all doing? Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Jasmine. Good morning, Muhammad. And what did the title say? I don't know what the title said. Did I spell it wrong? I spell stuff wrong all the time. That's the good thing about getting old, though, Jasmine. I can misspell everything. I don't give a damn. I can misspell everything. The grammar Nazi, they don't know what to do with me. I'll be putting periods where a comma go and question marks with a semicolon, and I don't really care. I do, well, kind of, sort of. I care when people care. Like, I don't want to make nobody upset at me. I just find it special that you want me to believe in the King's English. So communication is everything. We can communicate with hieroglyphics. We can communicate with the way that kids do with the text messaging, a few letters and acronyms. We can communicate in a lot of different ways. I don't think I have to speak your exact King's English because I don't like your king. But anyway, you get old, you can misspell things. You can get away with some stuff. I get this gray on my face. I can misspell a word. Did I spell it right? In dramatic times. Be the pacifier. No, I think that's right. That's right. I think you got to pacify. I think you should pacify your friends. I think you should pacify the debates and the problems. I do my best to pacify the communities that identify with the things that they think I identify with the most. I don't identify none of it. You can't have my intellect. That Mary can't play the video on Facebook. Yeah, I know. I believe it, Mary. I know, because I'm being shadow banned. Shadow banned, Mary. I talk about love. That because I can see through the numbers. I can kind of see the right number of people in here because people can't get on. I know they like to do that. They shadow ban. They play these games because Russia did it. And because Russia did it, now we all got to lose our censorship. We all got to have all kinds of censorship. So if anybody can, well, how can I tell people if they can't see it on Facebook, go to YouTube if they're not on Facebook to begin with? I don't know. That's a conundrum. And the comments aren't working. All right, brother Gus, that's how I go. I'm not in the favorites list. I talk about love too much. I don't pick a team. They need dramatic people. That's how you make money. You got to get somebody on the side and fight illogically and selectively and get that selective outrage and that artificial nonsense. Crying for a pacifier, lick your finger, get a fake tear. That's what they need. That's what they need. And I don't have time for it. I'm too old. I have time for that mess. I just sit around and watch the drama. I laugh at it. That's all I do. I sit around and laugh at it. You're as dumb as a day is long. I'm that old guy. You know the old guy sitting on the porch? That's who I'm gonna be. I grew up. The old guy sitting on the porch in a rocking chair. The grandmama, she just sitting on the rocking porch. The porches can't rock. And she drinking her tea or coffee or something, got her shotgun, got her switch. Just in case somebody get to starting, you got to have a shotgun and a switch. Bushes right there. Y'all get out there, y'all play, y'all be nice. Don't be hitting them little girls and they chasing them, and don't be hugging them too close. I just sit here. That's who I think who I am. I'm just like one of the old people. Just grow old, just watch all the drama in the community. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get in none of it. I just sit dumb as the day is long, and y'all gonna die. And you're not gonna take me with you, because I'm gonna die before y'all die, because y'all are stupid. Fighting over some damn blocks and Tinker Toys and Lincoln Logs and all. They's all over the damn planet. Anyway, good morning, people. How's everybody doing this morning? I want to get into it. We're going to talk about sports for a minute. I saw something in the sports report I found to be highly interesting. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Maha. Public enemy number one. Anybody who wants unity. That's right, Maha. And they kill him. They kill him right off. Martin Luther King, all the rest of them. Now the black folk run to the FBI to go after Russia. And it's just like, I don't think y'all get it. I don't think you get how this works. If you were naive and gullible, they will always kill off the most peaceful. And it's not that Putin's a good guy. He's not a good guy. It's just he is the most peaceful speaking guy. And if you can get millions of people to blame the most people speaking person, that means you got him. That means you got him. How you ever go fishing? You ever go fishing? You know, like, let me see if I got a fishing rod. Okay, I might have a fishing rod. I used to go fishing with bamboo, y'all. That's how old I am. I used to fish in the bayous down there in Arkansas. My grandfather fishing way down a little town called El Dorado, Arkansas. You know how you know when you got the fish? You know how when you know your drama from taking and putting it on a hook, pretending like it's a real worm, and you put it out there, you know how you got the fish? You got some smart fish. You got smart fish. Sometimes you out there, you got the string, you know, and the fish pull. Nope, that fish kind of get it. Nope, that fish, he ain't that gullible. He ain't that naive. The populace, nope, they're not believing that this worm is not attached to a massive hook where I'm gonna pull you in. You know, say a little nibble, critical thinking fish. Fish that just kind of nibble. I'm a nibble. I'm not gonna take a hook, line, and sinker. I'm not gonna pick a 20/20 till they actually say something that convinces me that they can do the things they say they can do, and I live in a damn oligarchy. Just a little nibble, like a little nibble. Critical thinking people. I ain't gonna vote for Bernie. I ain't gonna post on Bernie. I ain't gonna pick a 20/20 for Kamala. I ain't gonna say I'm voting for Trump again. I'm not gonna agree with nothing because I'm just gonna nibble on the worm. I'm convinced there might be a hook in there. You know, this is how you fish, Maha. This is how you fish. This is how we used to fish with bamboo. And all of a sudden, you just get a gullible fish. You just get somebody swimming along, big, fat, juicy. Just ain't thinking. Gullible. What is that called? That biblical thing you're not supposed to be? Gluttonous. Not studying to show thyself approved. And just they see the worm, they don't pay no attention to the hook, and they bite. Oh, got him! Then you yank your bamboo back real hard, and then you hook them, and you pull them in for the Federal Reserve. And you take them in, and you cook them. You skin them, and you eat them. Don't be that gullible. Don't be that gullible. Don't bite that hook. I'm trying to tell you, it's a hook in all the worms. Every single worm you see just floating in the middle, that don't make no damn sense. Those all have hooks in them. Anytime you see somebody that's been voting for war a long time, they've been taking campaign contributions for war and murder a long time, for rape and everything, and they just see them floating in the middle of the ocean, it don't make no sense. I don't have no choices. You see two of them, you got a choice. You don't have to bite one of them. I only see Democrats and Republicans. I got to choose one. No, you got a choice. Damn, you can go dig in the mud. You can swim away. That's your hashtag. You can walk away if you want to. You don't have to bite near one of them hooks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. How y'all doing? That's my analogy for the day. I do want to talk about biting the hook. Believe in the bull. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let me go. Brother Michael's in the house. Kimberly. Looks like everybody's here. We can get started. Took a little while for people to get in. All right, look at Mary. You made it back on Facebook. Yeah, sometimes, girl, you just got to reboot it. Flip it up, smack it, rub it down, try to get back in. Oh, no, and you can get in. Grow the hell up. Lord, please tell them to grow the hell up. That's what we need to do all day long. Somebody need to start a hashtag. Hashtag grow the hell up. Just realize the drama. That's why I want daycare teachers running the world. That's what I want. Daycares, you take all these kids from all these little bigoted families. they break the start. They train them that you're supposed to be on this team. Here's your jersey. You're black. You're this. You're Chinese. You're Christian. Now go out in the world. Here's your list of get the fighting. They break the kids right from the start, and then the daycare teacher got to figure out how to get through that crap. I came from a family of teachers. That's why I ain't teaching nobody. I ain't doing no kind of teaching. I have so much respect for a daycare teacher. They take them kids from all them bigoted birth groups, y'all raising them. Some of y'all stop. feed them or whatever. They mad, angry, hungry, hangry, coming up in the daycare. And the daycare teacher seem to figure out how to pacify everybody. Give them a lot of toys, don't they? They kind of cheat a little bit. That's why I like the Zeitgeist movement. That's why I like the Venus Project. That's why I like the gift-based societies, the gift-based resource societies. Why? Because when everybody got blocks, guess what? The daycare teacher, she can read. She can talk to the kids. They can listen. But there ain't enough blocks. Then we get to fight. And that's exactly what's wrong with the United States. That grow the hell up. That's what's wrong. Is the corporations bought your government and they steal your resources and you're hangry and you're fighting like children in a daycare. And you don't seem to understand daycare is just keeping blocks from you. They got a whole closet full of blocks donated by the church. Not that the church donated anything anymore. They got a whole closet full of blocks. Whole closet full of automation robots, all the things that you need. They hide them in the back room. And instead of going to the teacher, getting together, saying, damn it, nope, you're going to open the back closet, bring the blocks out, bring the oil out, bring the education out, bring all that stuff out that the robots make anyway, that the corporations scammed everybody. You're going to let everybody have what they need. It's not called socialism. It's called Jesus. It's called Buddhism. It's called natural lawism. And it's called actually letting free market capitalism provide automation and software and robots to actually take care of everybody. It's hard to see that. Good morning, Trish. I was watching your family the other night. I was catching up on Curse of Oak Island. I was watching the blanket ships last night. I appreciate y'all. I think y'all gonna find an alien at the bottom of that hole. That's what I think. Good morning. Who else we got? Tony and Gus. I think everybody here. Brother Daniel's in the house, and Brenda and Deborah and Nazis. Okay. 471 families deported without their children. What's really going on? You know what's going on, Eckham. You know what's going on. You know, child pedophilia, child trafficking has been a thing in the United States since the very beginning with the Native Americans and then with child protection. That's what they always do. They love child trafficking in the family court system. You know exactly why they put the parents out and they kept the children. The same thing they're doing in the Congo. You know what that's about. When corporations run your government, you don't have choices. All you have are rules. They just give you rules. Good morning, Jillian and Natasha, brother Tony. All right, let me see, get on down. Everybody got their coffee, problems. All right, Bella's in the house. Eileen, let me go faster. Sister Tanya in the house, y'all. Tanya, Elizabeth Dee is in the house. Heaven. All right, I gotta get to the bottom. Let me get to the bottom. I try to get shout outs to people, but all the way to the bottom. Jennifer, Nicole, and Courtney. I want to take y'all into something because we didn't look at the news at all yesterday. Y'all get me going. Y'all get me going on something and I miss everything I want to say. I love my friends. We have a lot of fun here, but I do want to try to show you something this morning before we drive in that direction. Brother Daniel, don't keep tagging me no UFO stuff that you ain't verified. Daniel like to tag me and stuff ain't verified. Did you do that, Daniel? I don't want to blame you if it's you. You know I get all excited. Y'all tag me in ancient alien UFO stuff. My problem is I want it to be real. I want to know the real stuff because there's a whole lot of lying and clickbait and stuff. But anyway, all right, let's go. Let me show you this. Get people excited. Play with my emotions. Tag me in stuff that ain't real aliens. Be like, real aliens? Does this guy believe in aliens? Yeah, I do. One of them named Jesus Christ. He ain't from here, and Buddha another one. But anyway, that's too long of a topic. Check this out.
Right. Talking about a champion is now starting to come out, an underground world that a lot of people knew about, especially if you're involved in college sports. But this is basketball, NCAA. There was a conviction that came down regarding private companies paying athletes to go to colleges.
Right, it's a big deal. I mean, it's been rampant in college basketball especially, but all over the NCAA, but nobody's really gone to prison yet.
Keep this in mind. It's a crime in America for private corporations to pay for children to go to college. Just put that back there, store it back there, somewhere back here. Y'all ever know the guy in church with the fat rolls on the back of his neck? Y'all know him. I used to always sit behind him. I don't know. Just take that and file it back there. It's illegal. It's a crime. Criminal, breaking the law, murderously, federal offensing, crime. to pay for a child in America, for a private corporation, pay for a child in America to go to college for sports. Just keep that back there. Just stow that right there.
Until today, when 3 men were actually sentenced. An Adidas executive, James Gatto, was sentenced to the longest one, which was 9 months, although they were facing 3 to 4 years. Now, the other 2 is a business manager, Christian Dawkins, and then an Adidas consultant, Merle Code, and they each got 6 months in prison. Now, you see this happens a lot where they're convicted basically of wire fraud for funneling illegal payments to families of these athletes. Basically, if the school is sponsored by Adidas, for example, in this case, like Louisville, they would funnel $100,000 to this kid's family in order for him to commit to that school because it's a big tech.
Hold on, wait. Nobody getting it yet. So it's a crime. Wire trafficking. To actually send money for a kid to go to college. It's a crime to get a commitment. A commitment to higher education from the university and that child. To send money. It's damn near terrorist activity. It's damn near invasion for war for a private company to hire children to go get higher education and pick up a basketball and begin to dribble, to get a hockey stick in a puck and begin to engage in gladiator conflict. But it's 100% illegal. 100% illegal for them to buy your politician and start a war. It's 100% illegal to traffic that money and do the wire trap transfer to your politician, your 2020 that you want me to vote. It's 100% illegal to start an apocalypse of rape on continents all over this planet, destroying ecosystems and destroying the planet and destroying economies and buildings. It's illegal to buy a politician for war. No. It's legal. That's the wrong word. Legal to buy a politician for war. But it's illegal for a private corporation to send the kid to college for sports. Is anybody? This is real, y'all. I'm not making this up. This is actually what's happening. These guys went to prison.
Talent,
But wait a minute, you mentioned the school, though.
Yes.
You mentioned there's a school involved, but nobody from the school was convicted of this.
Right.
So they're saying that the school, nobody involved with the school government knew what was going on?
Well, there are some, they're mostly assistant coaches are going to be under fire now and are actually facing some trials in some schools such as USC, Arizona, Oklahoma State, and Auburn are awaiting sentencing.
Look at his face. Look at his face. You can see in his face right here, like, what the fudge? You mean to tell me they're gonna send me to prison and they sending all that money to Washington? You mean to tell me that you got Saudi Arabian kids running all over the United States, raping and acting a fool and murdering all over Texas, and you can't seem to get one of them because Saudi Arabia send money, put them on a jet, fly them home before the trial, which is actually happening right now, the same way Washington and the Pentagon did right after 9/11. You mean to tell me I'm gonna have to go to prison? I don't even know he talked like that. I just look at his face and I see that. I see it. I see the disgust, and the disgust is real. The disgust is real. This is really happening. This is like the hypocritical, psychopathic nonsense that we act. War is good. War is good. Peace is bad. Bombing people with drones and weapons are great things. Sending kids to college to play sports is bad. And this is really America. Like, this is really happening. I had the time, I scratched myself and pinched myself, like, what the hell, this can't be. I grew up, I was a kid, we said the pledge, and America love people, we love people, help people all over the world, we just good people, we love Jesus and God, we trust and all this stuff. You mean to tell?
Trials in some schools such as USC, Arizona, Oklahoma State, and Auburn are awaiting sentencing for these assistant coaches. No head coach, though, even though the head coach of the basketball team probably knew about this. Rick Pitino, for example, was fired for allegedly entertaining recruits with strippers, but he just got fired. There was no legal ramifications, and now...
And so one of them got fired for strippers. I guess they're boys, right? They won't play basketball. They got the testosterone. They're a member of the gender that's supposed to help propagate the species a little more than others. So they got that need. And so they take some strippers and put them in front of the boys to get them to go to the college. And that's a crime. He got fired. Wasn't a crime, he got fired. Y'all keep electing your politicians that are not sending strippers nowhere, but are actually making child traffic industries out of little girls in all these nations there. All right, I'm done with this. I don't even want to look at that no more. Because I'm gonna get upset. I don't want to get upset. I look at the drama and I'm just like, priorities. Please focus on. In 1913, the whole world changed. Then I really have to fake news, hashtag fake news. Because I said it was in 1933, and I keep saying 1933 because it was when 33, because y'all keep straightening me out. I got a couple friends straightening me out. 1933 was when, was that Eisenhower or Wilson? I forgot who. Eisenhower, right? Who actually put the Federal Reserve in play, but they got here in 1913. Terrorists actually got here in 1913. It was in 1913 they set up a terrorist camp called the Federal Reserve, a plotting and planning international banking group and organization that have been plotting to take over America and get a military to invade the entire world. So it's 1913. We got some real priorities we need to focus on. If we don't focus, this ain't gonna get no better. They ain't bringing out more blocks, y'all, out the back room. They're every administration, as you march on, is more war, every administration. I want to show you this. I'll show you something else. Everybody's scared of Russia. Hold on. Something I want to show you. 5G, we talked about that a little bit. Yemen, I talked about that a little bit. Syria, all the places people dying, and y'all fighting over blocks. Hold on. Military skirmish. The military skirmish in Venezuela, that was a thing. They actually went in, they tried to start the war from the Colombia side. Guaido went down there and he got, I guess, 200 American CIA, special forces, and other people to actually go over the border and start the conflict. Nobody knows about that. They were talking about that on This Morning on RT. But Colombia, a sellout government who worked with the United States, even thought it was too bad. They're the ones who pulled them back. The Colombians went in and said, no, Guaido, you ain't doing this. No, CIA, y'all are not starting a hot war from our border. And Colombia stopped them. But you won't see that on CNN. You won't see that on MSNBC. So that's another thing that I kind of blew me away this morning. But hey, I'm gonna go through a few things. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Let me show you the things, the dramatic, the portions of the, what I call it, a dramacalypse. The portions of the dramacalypse that I was looking at this morning. So we have to stop being drama queens, and got to start being pacifiers. So right, there you go. So the Saudi students facing jail time in the United States going missing, right? Because their trials come up, they raped, killed, murdered, did whatever they did. And because Saudi Arabia owns the United States and owns their government, and a lot of that money works out well with the Federal Reserve and the oil companies, because Saudi's got the oil and America sends them all the weapons so they can murder people and keep women as dogs. And so the kids can come here and rape and kill, do whatever they do. Don't respect them at all, because they were raised in a society that thinks women are dogs, and they get caught doing something, the trial, get on the airplane, the Saudi prince flies them back, and America won't do any damn thing about it. Because we're complicit, and we're 100% controlled by the Federal Reserve. Whoever prints the money, they write the laws. They determine what we do. You can elect all your 2020s you want. It ain't gonna amount to a damn hill of beans. Obama dropped 18 bombs a day, and the Trump administration dropped 22. We obviously are not in control of this. We need to act like we're not in control of this. No one else is gonna do anything to help us. You can't hire any of your betters or leaders to slow this down. Only we can stop it by showing them we don't believe anymore. We're done with your murderous model of a system. There was some hate on lab-grown meat. I don't understand that. But, you know, they're saying, we can look at that. I don't want to go down that avenue. I go down that avenue. It gets a little crazy. I got meat eaters and vegans and vegetarians. And that's another dramacalypse. I'm just not in it. All the dramacalypses. They started up, the drama queens get to go on, they yell, fight. There's enough to go around. We can make enough to go around. You know, we don't need to get in that. You can have your printed meat, you can have your meat too, and you can have your vegetables, whatever you want to do. We can actually solve problems by worrying about your damn self, you know. But you can save a lot of animals if that's what you want to do by promoting the actually growing of meat. Russian scare, U.S. general calls for U.S. troops in Europe, right? They want to send more American kids go over there to prepare and save us from the Russians. And the Russians don't give two damn about nothing we do. They are doing their own thing, but the billionaires in Russia are friends with the billionaires in America. U.S. flies a heavy bomber over South China Sea. Once again, don't really care about that. Why? Because the billionaires that run China have interest in America. And the billionaires that have interest in America have interest in China too. All this stuff tends to be stage and drama and nonsense. Now this I found to be interesting because I like this lady. I do. She might be one that like is such a strong word. I love her. What's her name? Ilhan Omar, and I don't even know what's going on with Ilhan. I know that because I'm not interested in your betters world. I'm not interested in your leader world, who wants to lead and who y'all want to represent you because you don't want to be an adult and pull your big panties up. I'm not big draws, whatever it is. You want to keep using a trainer diaper instead of being an adult and making your own damn decisions. You want people to represent you, so I don't pay attention. But this was the one I like. This is the one who was being honest. I do want to look at this. Can we look at this for a minute? Let's look at this. Let's look at this for a minute. Because I saw, who was it? Sister Deb posted something yesterday. She said the Democrats they were coming after Ilhan. So I do want to look at this because she seemed to be the only one real. She seems to be the only one who's real in the game. I think she goes to Congress and she wears her hijab.
Hey, Red.
Hang on. But I find it highly interesting that she's the one wearing the hijab. Probably the only person. The war criminals walking around Washington, and they go after her. Let's see.
Resolution that is aimed at condemning anti-Semitism is going to be delayed in the House of Representatives. Now, the resolution appears to be in response to comments made by Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, although at this point it is not to believe to actually mention her name specifically. Now, Congresswoman Omar has been in the news after a comment in which she said there is political influence, and I quotations, to push for allegiance to a foreign country. People on both sides of the aisle have called the remarks anti-Semitic when referring to Israel. Now, she has defended what she says is a questioning of the U.S. relationship with Israel. So for the 360 view on this story and more, we bring on our political panel, civil rights attorney Robert Patillo and conservative commentator Steve Malzberg. Thank you for joining me, Robert and Steve.
All right. So I remember this. She's the one who, she was the one talking about AIPAC, AIPAC, something like that, some group organization that gives money to your leaders that you think they're your leaders, but they're not really your leaders. They work for other people. But they give them money to keep cheering that Israel needs to defend itself by murdering little kids that are walking up to the border. Yeah, that right there. So I get that. And so she's supposed to be an anti-Semite because she doesn't think Israel should shoot Arabs. Let me tell you something. There's a big difference between being an anti-Semite and pro-lives actually matter. It's a big difference. Don't get it confused. Big difference. I think pro-Arab lives matter, and we need to bring about peace in the situation. That's what I'm saying. I'm all about pacify. And she kind of sounds like she's a pacification type of person. Why? Because Arab lives do matter. And Israel lives matter too. You know? To me, I don't do the numbers games and the statistics. You got a lot of people now who are saying they're questioning the Holocaust. I'm not a Holocaust questioner. My stance is simply this. I don't do statistics and numbers. If they put one person in the oven, that's a Holocaust. That's a Holocaust of 370 million trillion cells in that one human being, a cousin of mine. I got a problem with the person operating the oven, right? Same thing. They shot one kid in West Bank or Gaza out there peacefully protesting. The last report I saw, it said they shot, was it like a couple thousand of them, unarmed? I got a problem with that. One. It only takes one. You shoot one child that's unarmed, that's upset with something that you're doing, I got a problem with the person pulling the trigger. You don't have to do sides. You don't have to do numbers to be a pacifier. You don't have to, if you want peace, you can't pick a side. That's how this works. If you want to stop racism, you actually can't be a race. If you want to stop the jihad and the crusades of religions, then guess what? You either can't be one or you can't identify to one so much that you can't sit in the middle and be a pacifier and be a peacekeeper. So anyway, I'll let them talk. But they get out of control with this anti-Semitic. There's a thing between being pro-life, pro-human life, and anti-hurt. I hadn't heard her say nothing of that, but I think it came down to the whole APAC thing. I'll let them break it down, because like I said, I'm not interested in your leaders and your superheroes, so I don't know all the details.
Steve.
Thanks, Scotty.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got to start off with Steve. Is this about calling out anti-Semitism, or is this an act of just Islamophobic that the Republicans are pushing back?
No, I got to tell you, shame on the Democrats in Congress. This is the reason this vote has been delayed is because they're scared to death and they're capitulating. They started out, they were going to have a resolution condemning what this woman has done, not just once, but many times regarding anti-Semitic tweets and remarks, okay? And then it turns out Eliot Engel was all upset, the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, who's Jewish and he's from the Bronx in New York, and he was really upset and he took her to task. Omar, is on his committee. He's now saying, oh, it would be too divisive to take her off the committee. We shouldn't do that. Oh, we can't just condemn anti-Semitism. We have to condemn all bigotry. So let me get this straight. Someone who happens to be a Muslim, and I don't care what she is, it makes anti-Semitic remarks. So you're going to have a resolution that condemns Islamophobia, the same as anti-Semitism? They're copping out, they're scared to death, and they are the party that is going to have to answer for the rash of anti-Semitism that's going on not only in Congress, but around the country and on college campuses. This is going to send a terrible, terrible message.
Well, Robert, what message is it sending, especially considering the Democrats are now delaying this vote? Do they actually think that the Republicans, who that's been at the top of their feeds and their talking points since this really started a few weeks ago, do they think the Republicans are actually going to forget about it?
Well, the Republicans aren't going to forget about it, but they're trying to conflate what Representative Omar says with what people like Steve King and open white supremacists have said. Let's understand, they're proving Ms. Omar's point directly. The minute that she started questioning the United States relationship with Israel, the minute she started questioning the influence that people like AIPAC have on elected officials, she gets condemned as being an anti-Semite along with Steve King. This is the exact point she was trying to make, that the influence of foreign nations on American politics, to the point that we cannot even have an open and honest conversation about the money that we send to other countries, is proof that they have too much influence. We are going to condemn a member of the House of Representatives for simply broaching the question, why are we sending billions of dollars to a nation where many Americans have no idea where this money is going, and they get condemned as an anti-Semite for it. That is the exact point she's making, that we have to have this discussion. We have to have it in a free and open and honest place so we can understand exactly what our relationship is and how much influence they have over our politics.
But
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. My cue I already hit my cue. I hit my drama cue. All right. So bottom line, he's right. The first guy, I kind of like him sometimes. Sometimes he says some things, but then he's got to say stupid things too, right? You got to get on TV. They got to put biscuits on the table, and they got to bring. So they got to pick a side. And so one guy, white supremacy, and the other guy talk about how it's anti-Semitism. And I just think the truth is all in the middle. I think she's right. I think she's the one. I think that you actually got to take on bigotry on all sides if you want to be about peace, if you want to actually. I agree with that. You got to question why your government does what it does. Always. You never go along with anything blind and ghastly. Let me show you something. I saw something talking about sending trillions or billions of dollars to other countries. Look at this. Let me show you.
Excuse me?
Somebody filmed something, which is important. I believe this is California. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But look at this right here. I think this is California.
All this here. So what to go to Venezuela when he has all this here? This is America. The first world country, the richest country in the world, where all his people, it's on the streets, looking looking in the trash for food. You don't have to go to Venezuela. You have it here. This is the great America.
Great America.
Powerful and rich.
You don't have to go to Venezuela.
Want to go to Venezuela?
You have it right here. You got people living on the street. You have a human rights violation happening in every city all around America, and even in the trailer parks and in the rural areas. You got people who don't even have food, and you're sending $39 billion to Israel. Priorities, people. Priorities. Priorities. Focus on what is most important. No, we're not trying to help Venezuela. We're trying to destroy Venezuela. No, we're not interested in helping Americans, and America is never first. Because America is lost in drama. America's busy fighting each other over blocks and tinker toys, Tonka trucks in the daycare, while their government in 1913 was purchased. Well, I guess it was 1933 the law was written, but 1913 the terrorists set themselves up. And people can attack Jews and Zionism and Israel all you want. The bottom line is they're bankers. And if those bankers happen to have the Jewish faith, it's insignificant. They are psychopathic bankers that bought America. And if we don't focus on that, it doesn't really matter who's in office. It doesn't matter their squabbles or their fights. Their squabbles and fights are for you, because they know, like watching drama queens, they know that we have a big appetite for drama and games and bullshizzle. And you need to get less of an appetite for it. You need to get less of an appetite for drama. You need to turn off the daily stories and try to take a position of peace. This is why I like this woman. I like this woman, Ihan. I'm saying her name all wrong. I like her because you need to attack bigotry from all angles. All bigotry. Not the bigotry that you like or the bigotry you don't like. All bigotry. Don't pick one out, because you don't need to be anti-Semitism. You can just be, you don't need to fight that fight. You just be anti-anti. How about that? How about anti-sovereignty? Can we call it that? Anti-sovereignty. Somebody asked me the other day, said, we were talking about in the comments section. Something about, do you think democracy is in outer space? Like, no, aliens are so far past governing. I don't think that governing is a form of slavery. No matter how nice you want to carve it up, no matter how nice you want to say it, all governments are about control. All control is about enslavement. All of it. It might be nice. It might be pretty slavery. It might be nice slavery. It might be slavery that you like, but it's still force. Use control the population. You're still enslaving people. There ain't no democracy in outer space, government in outer space. Aliens, any sentient creature that actually is out there has no interest in having force and control over another sentient creature. They leave each other alone. Which is why they won't let us off of this damn planet. All right, let me go to the comments. They won't let us off this damn planet. Some other interesting things, but I want to see y'all's comments. See what y'all think. Carolyn says, word up, I agree. Ish agrees too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Debbie posted something. No, not Debbie. In fact, I need to call Debbie. I haven't talked to Debbie in a while. Deb Penella. I know I say her name wrong, but she just basically, Democrats turned on Ihan. And I guess they turned on her because of the IPAC money. Why? Right? It's just, I just see a bunch of whining, and I always see these extremities. I see extremities like the two brothers that were just on. You know, you always have extreme positions because it's a drama fight. And you try to get people to group up with you to fight the other side, and they make money on doing it. I'm not blaming them. It's their squabbles. Drama queens make money. Why do drama queens go out and show the drama on the street anyway? Why do they go out in the club and they show that drama? They put on the makeup and they put on the heels and they did flamboyant, get the gold and the feathers. Why do they do that? Because you watch it. That's why they do that. They do it because you're entertained, and people like to be entertained. Stop following the drama less. Or stop following so much drama. mandate of any government to protect the human rights of its citizens. You would think, Ish. You would think. Somebody said Israel first. Yeah, you're exactly. You would think. They're so mad about the drama, they're not paying attention. Like these two boys fighting right here. They're so mad about the damn blocks, they're not paying attention to lunch. You got peanut butter and jelly at lunch. The other kids off eating lunch. Got juice and cookies. You sitting here worried and fighting with somebody else to get the blocks. That's what they do. And so these kids gonna eat last. Like our kids are gonna eat last. Why? Because we aren't giving free money to Israel. They print the money, but your kids gotta pay it back. America's being looted. That's the operation. They didn't use any gas devices on Israel. Well, you know what? I don't know anything about that. You know, who's that? Sister Deborah. I don't really get into that. Like, I don't care about those things. Like whether it was an oven, whether it was gas, whether it was a bullet, whether it was a bomb. I don't really care. People who were Jewish died. That's a bad idea. It's a violation of their sovereignty. People that were German died. Violation. People in West Bank are dying. Violation. Like the details don't matter because people try to get you on the specifics sometimes in the statistics. They say, well, this many more people of this generality are abused by the police more than this percentage of this percentage. And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean a damn thing if you're the child that got shot. You don't care nothing about the generalities. The generalities are for profit. The generalities are because somebody wants to write a book. That's what the generalities are. The generalities are for, I want to have a protest. I want people to come so I can start making some money on this career, being a rebel rouser till I become a Don King. That's what the generalities are for. That's why I don't play race. I don't play none of these games. You starve one child, it's a problem for me. You shoot one person, it's a problem for me. Every violation of sovereignty has to be the problem and the priority. The statistics don't matter, nor do the details. You know, you raped a woman. It doesn't matter if you used a broomstick or anything. It doesn't really matter. You violated them. That's the bottom line with me. I don't play the details because the details are how they play me. That's how they get me on the hook. You know what I mean? That's how they get you on the hook. When the fishermen out there put the worm on the hook, that's how they get you. You know, they get you. You're gonna bite one of these hooks, you know, and you know that they both got a hook and they're worms, and worms ain't supposed to float in the middle of the water. You know, you try and choose which hook am I gonna bite. Am I bite his hook or his hook? He said white supremacy. He said anti-Semitism. Let me figure out how dumb am I? Which one am I gonna bite? Instead of, no, maybe I shouldn't bite either damn hook. Maybe I know it's all a game and a ploy and everybody's corrupt from the midsection all the way up to the top in the Federal Reserve. All right, anyway, let me see what we got. GMO chicken created nuggets made to soon be a thing. GMO created chicken nuggets, ooh. Made with feathers will soon be a thing. Well, I don't know, Daniel, but that's kind of scary. I don't do chicken though, I know. But that's not true. When I'm playing stereotype games, yeah, I do the chicken, but I don't eat chicken. But GMO, you know, we were talking about GMO yesterday. What's my issue with GMO? GMO is simple. What should be your issue with GMO? There is no such thing as, what they like to call it, GE, genetic engineering. There is no engineering involved. Engineering. You know what engineering is? Engineering is taking a system that you know how it works. You know why it's broken, and you know how to fix it. You know what each component actually does. There is no genetic engineering of any biological creature anywhere on this planet, because there's not one damn human being who actually understands what all the DNA is for. There's not one human being that understands all the systems in the biological processes that are being changed, let alone the creatures that eat those things. So there's no genetic engineering of food anywhere on this planet. It's just genetic hacking. That's what it's called. It's called a hacker. It's called someone who has no damn idea what they're doing, getting one effect because they can sell more of them. It's a plumber pretending to be a mechanic. Daycare teacher pretending she knows how to build a house. She wants the house to be blue, so she gets paints it blue because she can sell it. But she has no idea how to engineer a house, let alone fix a house. There's no genetic engineering anywhere on this planet. And besides the fact, GMO is the real word, genetic modification. modification of organisms, but you're modifying them. What does that mean? It means you're making an alien. You are making something that the creatures that eat it have never eaten since the beginning of time. They have no idea what it is, nor do the 350 trillion cells in their body. You made an alien and you made people eat it. You might as well went to Mars, got a bush, because that bush is on Mars. Y'all know that bush. It's trees and bushes. It is. It's because water on Mars. I'm telling you, NASA's lying to you. But anyway, whistleblowers done said it a long time. That's like going to Mars, finding a purple fruit with spikes and ears and got a tail and some fur, and taking that fruit back, bringing it back and putting it on a plate and making kids eat it. It's a genetic experiment. It is an alien. And that's half the time what I think is happening, and why the Federal Reserve, run by international bankers that bought America, is doing to the rest of the world. They got a great captive population for experimentation for corporations, and they're rolling that out in every country, whether it's Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, anywhere they want to invade, Syria. They need another captive audience. They need another audience enslaved, calling it freedom. They need Americas all over. They need America. So my sister was asking me, said, you think there's democracy in space? I'm just like, no, ain't no government in space, and it damn sure ain't no American government in space, because there is no American government. I mean, everybody should just look at America and really think about this. Think about this a little bit. We're like among the highest in suicide. We're among the highest in poverty. We're among the highest in child trafficking and child protection and foster care. We're among the highest or the lowest in education. We are among the lowest in offering health care. We are among the highest in enslaved people and mass incarceration. These are not good numbers, people. We are definitely the highest in murder and starting wars and giving weapons to warlords who use rape as a tool in entire towns of women. We are the absolute highest violator of women and human and children's rights on the planet. Somebody explain to me, why in the hell is it legal to have whatever the American government is existing on this planet, let alone anywhere in the damn galaxy? You need to ban whatever the hell this is and send it back to the darkest reaches of hell that it came from. You judge a society and judge a government by how it treats its least off. You judge that model by the fruit that it bears. That's scripture. That's how you you're supposed to follow the fruits. Is America dropping fruits anywhere? Y'all see some fruits, see some berries, anything in Syria? Y'all see some strawberries anywhere falling out of Venezuela? Y'all see, you just saw LA, that's where that was. That was California, that was LA. Homeless people living in tents all over the place. The American government, I don't see nothing. The Democrats, I don't see nothing. The Republicans, I don't see nothing. Israel, oh, I see, here's some money. $38 billion. Here's some money, here's some weapons. They don't even see it. Whatever we got going on in America needs to go away and be banned and never exist anywhere in any universe within 100 billion light years of wherever a human child actually is. Sounds a little rough. Sounds a little rough. Damn it, you grow up in a nation like this that treats its people like this. I dare say, I'm gonna go on a limb. Saudi Arabia treats its dog women better than the American government has ever treated its poor. White, black, immigrant, Chinese, whatever you want to be. Saudi Arabia is an angel to the women it treats like dogs and cows compared to how America, the indifference of the American government. And I don't even want to call it the American, because it's not the American government. That's fake news. It's not even the American government. Americans are good people. America's a great land. But that government belongs to international bankers. That government belongs to, and the sad part, those are government. Some of them don't know it. Some of them will call it out. Some of them will call it an oligarchy. Some will tell you that they're not actually. Some will tell you that. I think Bernie told you that. I think Obama told you that. Trump has told you that. Jimmy Carter told you that. A lot of them will tell you, but people don't listen. They don't listen. And so things move on. That's why I don't blame the government at all. I don't blame them. We go along with it, and so that's the job. They're doing a job. They're doing a job for big corporations and international bankers, and the job is treason. The job is starving you, getting you to fight with somebody else over some blocks because of your skin, your religion, your relation, your political party, your affiliations, your ideologies, anything that's just dumb and a construct of a fantasy. So they can continue to experiment on the general population and loot the world. Oh, 5G was in the news. 5G also was in the news. Y'all don't look at 5G? We can look at 5G. Let me go through the rest of the news and I'm going to finish on the comments. All right. We good? How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody good? I always like to check on people. You're supposed to check on people. That's how I was raised. You always check on people. Everybody okay? Don't be mad at me. I ain't mad at you. We are all fools in this nonsense. Do I know what's going on? Hell no, I don't know what's going on. How would I know what's going on? I have to extrapolate and look at what everybody's saying and look at the fruits of our labor. Our labor is war and devastation and destruction. We ain't leaving fruits and berries nowhere for nothing. And that's good enough. Like I was thinking about the other day, somebody, I try to put together what the wise people in my life tell me. And what I've come to realize is if you actually know the right question, you really don't need to know the answer. If you really can ask the right question, the people won't answer. The ones in control won't answer because they understand that you already got it. So we don't need to know the details. We don't need to see the bush on Mars. We don't need to see the structures on the moon. We don't need to see all the dead in Yemen. We don't need to see all the child caskets all over Latin America and Africa. We don't need to see those things. We know they're doing them. We don't need to know that women are raped every 22 minutes because we know that's a lie. We know it's probably every 22 seconds, if not every 2.5 milliseconds. We know how this world, we know how evil this model is. So we don't need to know the answer. We don't need to know the statistic. All we need to know is that this can't stay. And that's what I always agree with. I don't disagree with anybody's solution. Y'all want to pick your 2020s, go ahead. You know, you got this solution or that solution. I'm fine with that. Just the people who don't want anything to change, that's where I got my problems with the two brothers that we just saw fighting over this. The people who want to kind of keep this tribal thing going, they use certain keywords to get you on their side because they like keep going on TV. People who agree it's a good idea to put people who work for private corporations in prison for sending poor kids to college to play sports to get an education. But it's 100% legal, nutritious, and delicious for private corporations to send politicians to Congress to start war. How psychopathically insane and crazy that is. That's why I'm sticking to my point. I'm sticking to my point. America is not an oil company with a military. America is a drug psychopathically violent that has an addiction to non-essential oil. Because the oils aren't essential. All right, let me see. The older one gets, the less drama is a thing. Right, exactly, Carolyn. That's my thing. Is I can't do it. I can't do it. I try as hard as I can. I try, and every day I look at this, I was like, oh my God. I got about 30 seconds for each like little news report, and I was all right. I didn't heard enough of the tribal stuff. I get it. But you run out of time for it. You just kind of sit back and like, hold on, let me see if I got another picture. You sit back and you see the temper tantrums, and that's all they are. They're like little kids, and they're having these temper tantrums. They want the juice isn't sugary enough. The juice bottle isn't big enough. They got this problem with that. They need to pass. That's why I think we just need to figure out how to be pacified. We need to figure out how to pacify these people that just keep crying on the Federal Reserve's leg. I like this picture right here. They just keep going to the psychopaths at the top. We need some more money. They say, well, you got to go to war now. You got to go to war. You got to invade Venezuela. You got to send in $38 billion. But we need money. I don't want to do that. My people, I told them that I wasn't going to do that, and they voted for me. Well, you know, if you want the money, you're going to have to do the job, honey. You're going to have to. It's like little kids asking for allowance, like we were talking about. Israel first. Yes, Brother Tony, that's what it is. Always Israel first. Just leave. That's all it is. America dead last. They will let the United States government will let Americans die. Rocks and mud cookies and mud cakes the same way they do Haiti. America will never be first because America are fools. We are fools, y'all. We are tantrum throwing toddlers that need pacifiers so we can hear what the hell is going on. We're too busy whining and crying selectively in our own selective bigotry, then popping that pacifier, shutting up and listening to each other, listening to the one we're supposed to be in conflict the most. U.S. bombed her country is why she's here. Oh, is she, Tony? I didn't know that. So Ihan? Okay, well, good. Well, you know what? And that's a good example. See, she ain't playing. That's why the Democrats don't like her and the Republicans don't like her neither. She know what's true. I was watching a report, Tony, this morning. Where was this at? It was in was it the UK? Because the UK is the one that, yeah, I think it's the UK. They keep revoking people's citizenship because people who actually know what's going on are coming home and telling other people in Britain that they're lying about. And Ihan is one, she gets it. She's like, listen, I'm not here to tell you what I saw on the news. I'm here to tell you the real truth. They're murdering people. And so the UK keeps revoking, I pull that up.
Takir Sharif has spent years in Syria.
Takika Sharif or something like that. The UK is revoking everybody's citizenship because they don't want them coming back from Syria. Because the UK, they don't want people putting on no yellow vest. Look at this.
As a prominent aid worker, described as one of the most high-profile foreign nationals in Idlib. Sharif's appearances on prominent news networks, as well as dispatches via his live updates from Syria blog posts, left his political preferences no secret.
The rebels, whatever they're doing, the problem is that the brunt of the Syrian regime's force is women and children and civilians that are facing the wrath.
He's now speaking out against what he's dubbed a racist and unfair system of citizenship stripping laws in the UK.
I came out here to help the innocent, people that were being massacred by the Bashar regime. I'm an aid worker.
The stories come to light following the lifting of the man's anonymity in a case that saw the UK government strip him of his British citizenship back in 2017. He was informed of the decision with this letter.
It is assessed that you are a British Pakistani dual national who's travelled to Syria and is aligned to an Al-Qaeda-aligned group. Your return to the UK would present a risk to the national security of the United Kingdom.
You see how they just made all that up? You're spot on, Brother Tony. You're spot on. That's the problem. The problem is she actually saw the problem. He was born in the UK, and he went over there and he realized what was going on. They don't want him coming back to. He is that Martin Luther King. He is that Russia. He is that most peaceful person in the room that you got to get rid of. That's who he is. He is that Malcolm X that figured out that black people played against white people, and he was being played by the Muslim, the 5%, whatever they call it. And said, no, we're going to work with white people and black people. See, Malcolm X, he didn't get it most of his life. But towards the end, he got it. He hated white folk. But at the end, when he's like, no, we need to work together, that's when they killed him. He figured it out. Martin Luther King, we marching with white folk. They used to always, I'll tell you a story. Talk about the civil rights. But it's too much time. I ain't got enough time. But when you figure out that unity and peace is the answer, psychopaths can't have that. Britain can't have that. They need to keep that psychopathic activity going, baby, because that's how money's made. Money's not made making friends. Money is made killing people. Money is made selling out your people. Same way Britain is. The same cities that you see in LA with all them poor people living in tents. You know, London is the same way. London got the same cities. France too. You know, and so it's just like all these. Yeah, I was gonna post something. I was looking at mass incarceration, right? Because kids that are in these prisons, they just come from poor areas, and people can't seem to link the dots. They can't figure out what poverty does to people. They don't like the behavioral science and neuroscience that tell you that when you raise people in starved conditions, they become the warriors they're supposed to. They become the warriors they're supposed to. We're lost in it, people. We're lost in it. Anyway, let me. Drama llamas in the herd. Yes, drama llamas. I like that, Tina. Let me go down. The older one gets. The U.S. government is now showing new armed forces recruits a reconditioning movie of the official 9/11 narrative. Yes, it's gotten that scary for the ferals. New armed forces recruitments recruits. Oh, so they're taking the 9/11 and they're trying to make it look like we were attacked by somebody that the FBI didn't see and the CIA didn't know and the American government. They're trying to pretend 9/11 wasn't another USS Liberty. Yeah, I get that. I mean, then they don't do that. They'll do it because we raise our kids in pledges. We raise our kids on allegiance to kings. And those kids grow up and they start making decisions, and we've already given them that powerful allegiance that they are slaves and they should give their life for family crests that are now flags, and the kids will fall in. Why? Because the kids want to protect their friends. They want to protect their country. You've given them the identity that they are to worship these betters. They're to worship this government. And so they will turn everything that might be sentient and they'll go murder people all over this planet for it. And all they got to do is lie about 9/11. Be a pacifier. Yes, Lori, we have to pacify. We have to stop. We have to stop. We have to just watch. I need a pacifier picture. We need to just kind of walk around to your friends when they start saying something. But the black people, pop that pacifier in. But the white people, pop that fire. But the Christians, pop that fire. But the Arabs, pop that. But Guaido, pop that pacifier in. Pop it in. You gotta start popping in. The only way you do that is with facts and evidence. I think the only way you do that is you have a semblance of what's going on. You understand history. You know how these things always work. You have the ability to just simply look at a situation and realize that you're still doing the same dumb thing, whining about blocks. Where my block kids at? Whining about the blocks, and you actually never have any control of your presidents and your leaders once you get them in there. Where the kids with the blocks? I want to go on the blocks. Where that background with the blocks at? Tantrums. Just children throwing tantrums. That's all it is. No, that's not him. Is that him right there? That might be him right there. Boom. Fighting over blocks. Need a lot of pacifiers in the daycare. In the daycare, when you don't have enough toys for everybody to play with, because you haven't gone towards automation economy yet that helps people, and there ain't enough toys in the daycare in your nation, gotta get pacifiers. Because a pacifier pacify them just long enough so they can hear what's going on. Pacify them long enough to understand what happened in 1913. Pacify them long enough that they can hear the rest of the world that's trying to tell you that. Death is forbidden by natural. It absolutely is, Brother Tony. Murder is always wrong. But murder is okay when it comes to war. Let me put it in. That kid is about to bite the hook. Right. Wait a minute. Yeah. Right, exactly. He bit the hook. See the kid? I think this kid right here, like he having upset, like he got coming out his nose already. He about to bite the hook. He about to, because he doesn't know there blocks in the back closet. Americans don't know that they got robots that can grow all the food that they need. You don't actually have to go to the grocery store, and the robots are fly and landed at your house. You can actually order out for a pizza, and the pizza be free, and nobody pays for it. Because that was the old argument, wasn't it? That's the old argument. It's not enough to go around. If we have more toys, we gotta raise your daycare costs. And they're like, no, we don't want you to raise daycare costs. It's like, guess what? They got toys in the back. The corporation, they got all of them. They got all the food, the water, the drugs, everything you want. They got it in the back, the houses and cars. They make this stuff and it costs them like 5 cents. Everybody can have everything they want because that's that old Republican and Democrat debate where, taxes are gonna have to go up. Daycare costs are gonna have to go up. No, they're not. No, they're not. Costs ain't going up for war, are they? Yeah, you notice the war costs? That's where you have free market capitalism. War costs are going down. More and more weapons away all the time. We're making more and more tanks. The price of that tank, that price is faster than the price of your television or your cell phone. After they start mass manufacturing, I know, so it's a big word called mass manufacturing. When we make things mass, the prices go down. Don't need anything with a TV commercial. Exactly, Victoria. You read that book by Brother Michael Pollan. Don't need anything with a TV commercial. If it's got a TV commercial, that means it's profitable. That means it's not actually food. Don't eat it. Don't put it in your mouth. Damn sure don't put it in your kid's mouth. Our infrastructure is crumbling, and we are sending money to a country so they can have perfect roads and free health care. Yes, Ivana, and pools, girl. AJ, don't stop there. They gotta have health care, they gotta have pools, they gotta have more tanks and guns and bombs and construction equipment to go steal more land from somebody else. You know, piling up all the goods at the border of Venezuela. And we got crumbling infrastructure and people dying of poverty and scarcity, filling up with prisons with poor people trying to survive, growing plants. Hey, that's America first, baby. We're doing good. We're doing so. Jesus is so proud of us, y'all. Jesus proud. I know, you know, Jesus flying around in UFO. He's proud of us. Oh, I did a good job. I told them to love one another, feed the hookers, take care of the thieves, and not be tribal. Work together, give people shirts off your back. And they began to steal from people, rob people, take their land, steal the shirt off their back, take the candy out the baby's mouth and smack the baby in the head as you run out the country, and send some weapons to the warlords to take that baby and to take it into sex trafficking. I tell you what, if I was Jesus, I have a lightning bolt. I have, oh goodness, I have a lightning bolt big enough just to fit the whole earth. I just give up. I wouldn't even restart anything. I would not, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Maybe it's the earth. Maybe it's just something about the magnetic activity of the core of the earth or something. I blow the whole damn thing up. Y'all lucky I ain't God. Y'all lucky. Y'all got a good God. You know that song in church? We got a what a mighty God we serve. Loving God. He love y'all. I don't. I love y'all, but I don't have that agape love. I don't have that permanent unconditional love. I think that y'all need this planet something evil about it. We just need to wipe the whole All right, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I don't want to wipe nobody out. I don't want to wipe nobody out. Let me laugh a little bit. Let me joke a little bit. I can't take the nonsense seriously. I can't take the drama queen seriously. If your great grandma would recognize it as food, don't eat it. Yes, Victoria. Victoria read food rules. Hashtag food rules. Very important. Brother Matthew, what you got? Everything a political science project since Wilson. Right, exactly. Which is why political science is so evil, Matthew, isn't it? Political science is the art of getting you to be a bigot. That's all it is. Political science, like the whole major, that's what it is. It's the art of teaching you how to be a successful bigot. And you can take that and you go be a lawyer and lie to people and lie to judges, and you do it real good. You can take that and be an actor with it. Like, why do you break them up? Being a lawyer, being an actor, being a politician, political science, it's just bigotry. All it is racism, teaching you how to be a good racist, how to be indifferent and talk in ways that are divisive, to get people to do stupid things and clap and cheer for you at the concert. I mean, the campaign. As people cheer and jump around, scream and cry for politicians like they're Michael Jackson. And did y'all see that? They released a movie on Michael Jackson or something. I only saw a minute of it. My tolerance, I'm trying to tolerate the drama, but I started watching. I saw 30 seconds of, I guess they released a video that now shows Michael Jackson as a pedophile or something like that. I couldn't watch it. Listen. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. I like Michael Jackson's music. I don't care anything about what he became. I care if he hurt people, and I care what are the conditions that allowed him to become who he was, the root cause of the problem. I don't care nothing about, because people, you know, and I don't want to hear the music anymore because he was a pedophile. Guess what? Your entire United States government and UK government are pedophile trafficking people, because if they don't actually do the trafficking, they start the war and destroy the country that does the trafficking. So I don't give nothing about, no damns about you attacking Michael Jackson and listening to his music and you dancing and singing at their campaigns posting about your 2020. I don't care nothing about that. I care about the poverty that, what's his father name? Crazy Joe? That's what I care about. Crazy Joe. I ain't being poor no more. I'm gonna beat the hell out of this kid and give him drugs and demasculate him so he can sing high well into his 30s and 40s so he can make that money, because we don't want to be poor, because we live in an artificially scarce society and I don't want to be one of the poor. That's what I care about. Stop starving Crazy Joes into making Michael Jacksons. Stop What's his name? Devil Bill. Stop Devil Bill into making his kids psychopaths. That's how you solve problems. You don't solve a problem by not. I'm gonna listen to Michael Jackson music. I don't care what you do. I'm gonna listen. And that's a good point too. That might actually be a spacey point. That might be some of the little psychopaths y'all are finding in Hollywood. Maybe we need to stop worrying about the creativity that the psychopaths come up with, and we need to focus more on the conditions that made them. Stop making more. Maybe I gotta think about that a little bit, because I haven't watched K-Pax in a minute. I have to think about that. Maybe I should be okay watching some of the creativity, because we all got our evils. Nobody's perfect. Yes, what they do to other countries and what they will is what they do to us. Exactly, Karen. The oppressor will always take them drones and turn them around. When they done with Syria, they're gonna bring them right back to America and they'll put them right on you, right on your kids. That's why you never cheer for a psychopath. That psychopath doesn't love you. They just need you. The leader of your movement, selling books on, he's fighting racism at the march, talking good, selling books on racism. He wants the racism. He makes money on racism. He makes money on cops shooting people, right? He did. So he's not on your side. He gets elected, becomes a politician, gets up into Washington. He'll do the same thing the Black Caucus did and sell everybody out. Why? Because that's what is supposed to happen. Same thing what Crazy Joe did. Same thing what Devil Bill did. Scarcity makes people do dumb things. The enemy isn't just Saudi. The enemy is all around. But yes, it is, Daniel. The enemy is all around. And the biggest enemy is in our mirror. That's where the big enemy is. That's the only enemy that we really need to focus on for the most part. Is that in the mirror. In the mirror, our own bigotry, our own indifference, our own apathy that allows us to fall in line with these political scientists and these politicians that teach us indifferent to other communities of people. Just wow, don't abide by their slavery, they strip you of your name. Right, they do, they strip you, Maha, of your name and who you really are. Would you want jihadists coming back here? Absolutely, Ivana, absolutely, positively, yes. And you know how much so bad I want it? You just made me break my fishing rod. Ivana, you just made me break my fishing rod, yeah. I hit it on my lap. Yes, because I don't blame kids for the dumb things their societies teach them. I don't blame people. Now, am I saying bring somebody, a jihadist or a crusader, let's be honest, or a Christian crusader, or a Westboro Baptist churcher? Do I believe in taking somebody violent and just release them in the city? Go play. No, you don't do that. You don't bring somebody violent, just release them back into the daycare. You got to give them some help. But most importantly, the biggest priority is resolving the root cause. What made the jihadists? What made Al-Qaeda? What made the U.S. government and Pentagon under the Federal Reserve? Go after the root cause. This is what I'm saying. I don't have issues with, like, I hate the Pentagon. I don't hate the Pentagon. I don't hate the U.S. military. I don't hate the U.S. government. I don't hate the jihadists. I don't hate Muslims and hate Christians. I don't like the conditions and the model of the psychopathic world that made them okay being indifferent, murdering people. That's what I want to focus on. That's my priority. If we solve the root cause, we don't have to worry about jihadists coming back because we stopped making more. But if we keep fighting the jihadists, we made a sustainable system of them making jihadists and us fighting. See what I'm saying? Resolve things at the root base. Don't fight the racism. Can't fight racism. It's not a thing. You can't like go and target racism. You can't like get a gun and get a scope and get this, I see racism, I got my scopes on it. You can't do that. But you can resolve the impoverished conditions that kids are raised in that give them hate for other people. We can resolve that all day long. That's all I'm saying. Root cause problems. Stop making psychopaths. We live in a psychopath manufacturing society, and it's none of these kids' fault. None of the kids' fault. That's what I'm saying. I don't blame those skinheads. I don't blame the Klan. I don't blame the Black Panthers. I don't blame the Crips, the Bloods. They all became exactly who our psychopathic model made them. And it's our fault for being adults who aren't psychopaths from stopping this system from continuing to go on. The enemy is always in the mirror. It ain't down the street at the trailer park, ain't down on the farm, ain't down in the ghetto with pants sagging. The enemy is always in the mirror because we support this crap. We back the crap, we consent to the crap. We need to stop the prison system from doing the damage it does. Well, did you vote for anybody that likes the prison system? Did you vote for anybody that wrote a law this year? Oh, okay. You know why the prison's there. You know they gotta write a law before they put people in the prison, right? You know they gotta write a law before they send people with guns into communities to get them. You know they gotta write a law before they can go shoot a Lavoy Finicom or a Chris Gardner, or you know they gotta write a law first before they go tackle a woman on a train. See, I grew up in a time where men didn't abuse. Well, I grew up in a culture where it was never okay to lay your hands on a woman. I grew up in a family where you're supposed to take a beat down. Okay? If a woman comes after you, you're supposed to take your beat down. Why? Because she can't necessarily kill you. Hopefully, she might get black eyes, son. Co-worker, you might go to work, co-workers laugh at you like, yeah, did your wife give you a black eye again? But you're supposed to take the beat down. Let me show you this. I got 2 more things I want to show you. Then I'm gonna get out of here. And it's not that. I want to show you this. You're supposed to take a beat down. There are times in life where you're doing a public service and taking a beat down. You're doing a relationship. Look at this. Look at this cop. He picked up the lady and body slammed her. Picked her up, body slammed her like a man. This is normal to you. Who you mad at? Who you mad at? Who you mad at? Who you mad at? Now keep in mind, now you hear the people in the background? In that time, who they mad at? They're mad at the guy who's doing the violence, which is the right thing. But who should you be mad at after this is all done? Because we're not actually there. Who wrote the law that made it okay for that man to slam that woman on the concrete? Who made it okay for men to walk around with guns and batons, the people we vote for? Who you mad at? Us, in the mirror. We did that. We.
Hey, that's a lady, bro. That ain't even police.
Ain't about it being a lady. Ain't about it being, to them, they are paying their bills the same way we are. They got bank accounts just like we do. They're paying the bills and putting bacon on the table. Those people, it's their job in that situation to make sure that they stop whoever had the guns and the badges that were hurting the people. Hopefully peacefully. Turn on your cameras. Do what you can do to restrain the people who are making money from the laws written by the people we vote for. Don't blame them after. After it's done, you're done. That's not your place to look at them and blame them. It's your place to blame yourself. All right. One other thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to get out of here. Because my mindset doesn't work that way. We grew up in time. We weren't police calling family.
The question of sovereignty.
Sovereignty. This is brother. Listen to this. Listen to this. Danny Glover.
The question of a nation defining who it wants to be, what it wants to be, in their own interest, and the interest often of humanity.
I'm encouraged that all of you out here in support of a process of democracy and a reimagining of democracy that's been taking place in Venezuela.
The question of sovereignty. The question of a nation defining who it wants to be.
The question of sovereignty. Why do police slam people, body slam women? Because they have no sovereignty. Why do police rape women? Why do other people rape women? Why do we destroy countries and causing all that to happen? It's because of sovereignty. That's why I always go back to sovereignty. We don't respect each other. We're okay violating indifferently each other because we're so naive. We let silly, psychopathic, indifferent leaders turn us against other communities of human beings, our cousins. Listen to Danny Glover.
What it wants to be, in their own interest, and the interest often of humanity.
I'm encouraged that all of you out here in support of a process of democracy and a reimagining of democracy that's been taking place in Venezuela. As we stand here today in opposition to what our government has done in order to provide misinformation with the help of CNN, with the specific help of CNN.
You know what I appreciate is he didn't say what the Republicans did. He didn't say what the Democrats did. He said what the government did. Our violation of each other's sovereignty on our level translates up into government. Right? And that's what you do. If you have a Federal Reserve, you can take the sovereignty of other nations, you can get people and get them and turn them against the sovereignty of each other, because you got great political scientists and celebrity-like leaders in control over you to get you to fight with somebody else over some blocks in a daycare that has plenty of blocks. All right. Don't eat any food that needs a commercial. Food rules, right? Actually, we hit that. Yes. Unless we help, we're not doing the work of God. Right. And there's work. There's work here. And that's my point. There's work. Walk away. That's the work. Walk away. It's a psychopathic model. We gotta walk away. That's the main part of the work. And then become strong. Learn how to take care of yourself. Grow some of your own food. Or support a CSA. Stop buying from the system, because you're buying seeds that are coming from Monsanto. You know, buy from local organic farmers that aren't using the pesticides on the field, destroying the ecosystem, speeding up climate change, poisoning people, which is causing more of the problem. Buy less cell phones that are feeding into the telecom industry that's rolling out 5G, that's rolling out 6G, that in a time where we know 3G and 4G cause cancer. Rising healthcare costs. So the more the kids on that side can cry and complain that they're getting sick and cancer, they don't have healthcare. We got work to do, and the work is removing consent in every way possible from the taking of sovereignty and the apathy towards human life of a group of people that we are okay with being abused. If they will do stuff like this for money, they've lost their right to call themselves human. Sorry, Gerard. I hear you, Ish. I hear you. But you know, so where I go with the psychopathy stuff, what I appreciate, dang it, I'm sorry. Ivana, you made me break my fishing rod, girl. I'm mad. I'm sorry, I ain't mad. I'll put that down. No, where I go with that is that we make psychopaths, right? And if it weren't for psychopaths, if it weren't for those warrior genes, those 27 genes, we wouldn't be here, right? Those genes have a purpose. Like, kids join the Bloods and the Crips for a purpose. They become white nationalists for a purpose. It's because they're raised in a time of violence and hate. Their parents are arguing and fighting. Those genes get turned on for some great evolutionary reasons, right? Because we live in a violent time. We don't need hippie kids in a violent time. We need kids that will fight and protect the tribe. So those genes evolved for good reasons. So I'm not about blame the psychopath. I'm about let's not make more psychopaths. Let's like not let them have children and pass those genes down, right? So me, I'm all about fix the root cause. Let's fix the root cause. Let's stop blaming the one that's in front of our face. Let's actually solve the problem. Like another good example might be the cholesterol myth. I'm going over my time, but the cholesterol myth, right? When a person died of a stroke or a heart attack, and they go and open the arteries and they see the cholesterol, cholesterol, it causes heart attacks and strokes and cardiovascular disease. It's like, no, do your research. What happened was that didn't actually cause the stroke. The stroke was actually caused when you put the apple pie in your mouth. It was the sugar, right? Because the sugar creates an immune response that ends in cholesterol. So if you resolve the root problem and you go on the news immediately, all the news and the Washington, like, sugar is killing everybody. Everybody, all Americans, everyone all over the world, stop eating sugar. But they won't do that. Why? Because they make money from the sugar industry. So they'll get you to blame the cholesterol, and the meat industry has all these problems, and people keep dying of cardiovascular disease. So like solving the problem at the root cause. Stop putting the damn apple pies in your mouth. Stop putting ice cream in your mouth every night. Stop putting Twinkies in your mouth every night, and then magically cardiovascular disease goes away. You know, so if we don't like psychopaths, stop raising people in impoverished environments, and guess what? Stop letting kids grow up in Americans' war zones becoming child soldiers. Stop sending them assault rifles from the Pentagon. And guess what? We have less psychopaths. You know, and that's the great thing about root cause, doing root cause analysis. That's my thing. That's my thing. And because I lean to the psychologist. I'm not a psychologist. I am a software engineer and a crazy botanist. Okay, that's what I do. Robots, automation, plants. That's my thing. That's my zone. I stay in my lane, as the kids tell me. Stay in your lane, Dad. Stay in your lane. I stay in my lane. But when it comes to psychopathy, psychology, and all of those things, I trust in people who know, and that's what they say. So anyway, I got to get out of here. Listen, it's been great. Oh, and if you want to look at the neuroscience, look at, what's that brother's name? One of my favorites. Dr. Somebody probably say it before I finish it. No? Give me a minute, it's coming. My favorite neuroscientist goes by the name of Dr. James Fallon. Look up Dr. James Fallon. He wrote a book called The Psychopath Inside. It's a great book. It explains all the people that we need to stop electing and putting in government. The media makes people something. Meg said, yes, the media makes people crazy. I'm not sure what you wrote, but crazy, I'm sure, is probably the next thing. The media makes people psychopaths, absolutely. We can teach our children to not follow psychopaths. Absolutely, Karen, and especially if we don't follow them, right? If we don't have our Obamas and Trumps and Bernies and Kamalas and Ocasios and all of these people that are okay with war, if we stop with the people okay, or better yet, let's do it. I'll do you one better. If we stop with the Federal Reserve that requires war, and our kids see that, then they'll believe the things that we say. That we know it's a bad idea to use violence. I think kids, they can see through us. Kids are good. They look and they can see a hypocrite and they can smell us out. Spread peace today. Yes, Lord. It's all about peace. Everything. If it's not peace, then it ain't worth it. Let me get the last couple comments. I'm gonna get out of here. Others are influenced by the psychopath. Yes, Karen, they are absolutely influenced. Y'all are talkative today. I like Glover. He did that movie about GMOs too. He did, Megs. I didn't see it. Post a link, let other people watch it. Let me watch it too. They do the same things over and over again. Yes, Karen, they do not change it. It's a pattern, and it amazes me that people can't see it. Let me see. We have to really see all the evil to be able to really choose the good. I think it's kind of ish. I kind of think that sometimes we don't have to see the evil. We know what we know the evil's there. Like, we don't need to know what's happening in Venezuela because we know what the American government always does in Latin America. You know, we know how foul it is. We know what happens when we destroy countries. We don't actually have to see certain things. We know that the rolling a rock down a hill can cause an avalanche. So let's not roll a rock down the hill. Like, there's a street. There's a street at the bottom of the hill. It's a highway. If we're at the top of the mountain, don't throw the rocks down the hill because it's going to cause an avalanche and kill people. We know when we send guns to other nations, war happens. When we destabilize them, when we pick our own presidents and we decide Guaido is the leader of a country that we don't even live in, and we support that nonsense, we know people are going to die. We know they're going to create conditions of femicide, conditions like in Honduras. And so if we know we shouldn't be throwing rocks down the hill like kids, knowing that people are going to die, then we shouldn't support those things. That's why I'm not a voter. I'm not interested. I'm done with the psychopaths. My life expectancies. Oh, okay. Y'all talking about life expectancy? What y'all talking about? Lord, I don't know. G says we make psychopaths. Yes, Lori, but G doesn't say that. G is not a neuroscientist. G leans on the neuroscientists who say there's certain conditions that make psychopathy a thing, right? Because it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. And I think all the conditions, I posted a Fallon video. I haven't posted one in a while. And they explained it, and they did the studies because they have the MRI devices. They can tell you who has those active 27 warrior genes because some sort of trauma or damage has occurred, and that starts flipping those genes, and it starts turning up aggression, turning down empathy, all the different sections of the brain. And so they know certain things do that. Just minimally, not having water, not having food, starving, growing up in poverty, your parents yelling and screaming in the house, mom not even being around, just mom not around, dad not around. All of these things that children need, when you take those things, it creates trauma and it modifies the development of the frontal lobe. It's just like getting in a car accident and having brain damage. We literally have brain damaged human beings walking around, for the sake of a better word. So no, G doesn't say that. You'll have to start calling me G anyway. Anyway, I don't say that. I just listen to the professionals and I trust them, because these are the people that we place in positions in our society to answer these hard questions. And then it's we, the people, who are supposed to listen to the professionals, not the politicians, and then act on it. And so my acting on it, I'm no longer voting for politicians and a model of government that requires the development of psychopathic children in poor kids in the trailer park, poor kids in the ghetto, poor kids in the barrio, poor kids in Honduras, poor kids in Venezuela, kids who are just born, they want food, rice, a planet full of adults that, if that not loves them, cares a little bit about them. So and I don't say it. I'm not I don't play a neuroscientist on the internet. I don't do that. I trust the neuroscientist. That's right. You read the book G was talking about. Right. I'll post a link, Lori. Looks like y'all are having a conversation about James Fallon and the psychopath inside. Very important. We make psychopaths, y'all. We make them. Our society is modeled to impoverish people and make them that way. Our society is modeled to make women who are abused become aggressive. Right? Because that's what happens, right? Like, what's the name of that show? Y'all ever watch that show when the women go crazy and they kill them? They kill. It's not funny. It's not funny. They kill their husband, flipped, burnt, turned, flipped out, something like that. Whatever the name of that TV show is. You know, if you're a woman and you're being abused by a man over a long period of time, this man that you love, your husband, you married him, flies, candy, and all of a sudden one day he starts yelling at you and years of beating on you. One day, I know you in there cooking that chicken. She in there with that butcher knife. And one day, all those genes start flipping. That empathy thing starts shutting off. You beating the hell out of her. That aggression is coming up. That protection's kicking in. That evolved warrior need to sustain themselves and to protect the tribe and herself. One day it's gonna kick in, and that knife ain't gonna be for your steak. That's just how it works. You know, and that's the same thing the military does with boot camp. We make people aggressive and we make them into warriors. But in society, we do that and then we blame them. And that's hypocrisy. So anyway, I'll post a link. I can get out of here. Listen, Gerard, I gotta go. I'm late as anything. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all to death. Check out James Fallon, The Psychopath Inside. I will post some links. Educate yourself because it'll allow you to be the pacifier. Pop that pacifier in their mouth. When the drama kicks up, pop that pacifier in their mouth. When the neighbors come over to argue about the relationship and he didn't cut the grass and because she won't give me none, he don't give me no flies, and pop that pacifier in their mouth. Say, go home, look in the mirror, and grow the hell up. When people start the conversation with those generalities, they start, but the white people, but the black people, and but the immigrants, and but the Republicans, but pop that pop. Hey, well, hey, we want to, but the Israel, but the, just pop it in the mouth. Calm down. Don't be a drama queen. We got real problems. And your drama, selective outrage is not one of them. Anyway, hey, get out of here. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all to death. Just run. I'm out of here. Bye.